Alright guys, how's it going? It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. Let's put on the production tab before we forget about it. So here we are, Ladder Anxiety. I haven't casted a game in a while, and here we are. We kind of time skipped. It's kind of like one of those shows in which, you know, there's a time skip, like season 1. You know, the protagonist is like fucking like 13 years old, and oh, I watched too much anime. And then in the time skip, you know, he's 15 years old. You know, he's still a little kid, still a little bitch, but you know, he's a little bit older. Anyway, what the hell am I talking about? So anyway, I think it's the same. It's a good analogy because I was silver, now I'm gold. You know, the same shitty skills, but regardless. This game kicked ass, and I know I said, you know, I can't cast every single game, so I'm gonna pick out unbiasedly, I hope that's a word, a game every 5 games or something to cast it, and here I am, you know, picking out a specific game to cast. But this game was just so freaking awesome that I have to cast it right now. So anyway, I'm the Protoss because that's the only race I play. I get smashed in the face whenever I play any other race. I get smashed in the face when I play Protoss too, but not as much. So anyway, we have a very early scout. But as you'll see in a minute, it's not really a scout. It's more of a well, you'll see. So anyway, I'm just you know, going for my shit. You know, just typical Protoss. Actually, the typical Protoss thing to do would be to basically, I don't know, block off this expansion and go for a Forge Fast expand against Zerg. But I have no skill, so I won't be doing that. And this guy apparently is also a fan of unorthodox play, so he's gonna have a little snuggly going on here with the dronage going on here. So as he's building up a spawning pool. And that's pretty typical. So yeah, he's not gonna just snuggle up here. He's gonna build a hatchery here. So if we go to my view, yeah, wait, we don't want to fall there. So anyway, if we go to my view, yeah, I can't see that. I don't know what's going on here. So that's a devious fellow here. We got a devious fellow. So you know, his I'm guessing. Well, actually, I know because I played through this game. His strategy is going to be surprising the fuck out of me, in which he did with surprise roaches up the ass. Surprise butt sex with roaches. Yeah, that sounds disgusting, actually. Okay, I'm gonna keep it PG-13, hopefully throughout the entire duration from now on, because that was totally uncalled for. So anyway, he's gonna be going for a Roach Warren, and I scouted that, so I'm like, okay. So you're gonna go roaches. You know, I have a hard counter for that. I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna build Immortals. So as you'll see later on, Immortals basically saved me this game. So you know, kids, remember, proper scouting is the way to go. So I'm gonna be throwing down that robotics facility, and little do I know, there's gonna be a lot of poopage going on in my base. So right now I'm like, okay, there's some poop creeping up on me. I'm like, emergency chrono boost, zealot, anyone? So anyway, yeah, I see this this egg going on. I'm like, okay, this isn't good. This isn't good. You know, this was not in the job description. This was not planned. So, and here we have a 1v1, you know, a roach versus a probe. Very one-sided battle. Here we go. We don't have a one-sided battle here, but of course the second roach is going to come out and pretty much take care of my zealot. Now, I learned from day 9 that a zealot actually can hold its own in a 1v1 with a roach. It's just that roaches with microbe can beat the shit out of zealots. So anyway, I think this is my first in my entire history of playing StarCraft in which a probe actually successfully takes out a roach. Usually that doesn't happen very much. So I'm in trouble right now. I am in trouble. So I'm gonna try to save the Stalker, and of course, here we go. The hero, the hero. What do you call this thing? Immortal comes out and saves the day. So right now, I'm in a pretty comfortable position. But Immortals, again, without their shield, pretty much cuts their you know, usability in half. So, you know, more roaches are coming out, and at this point, I'm not so comfortable again. So I'm going to be chrono boosting out my second Immortal. Not before, you know, doing some good damage. So now he only has one roach out, which is not that big a deal. But you know, right now we're just at a war here. We're gonna cut all, basically, all you know, worker production, and we're gonna go all units right here. He gets this tech switch, not really, but I mean it's all tier 1 units. But anyway, right here, Immortal's not so good anymore. You know, with the with the Zerglings. So I'm gonna have to pull out my probes and do some works. So anyway, you know, this is a dire situation whenever a Protoss needs to pull off their probes. And, yeah, as you can see, my casting ability is so bad that I cannot cast everything that's going on right now, even though there's just like one battle going on. Excusez-moi, my inability to cast correctly. So anyway, basically, yeah, I'm going to be doing bonus damage to armored, and I'm okay again. You know, I don't know how I survived those lings, but I did. You know, with these really, really clunky Protoss units, but I did. And look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. So anyway, I'm gonna be taking care of this hatchery pretty nicely. He has his roach coming out one at a time, so he's just wasting money at this point. Oh, more. I love that hard. So anyway, yeah, I think I won this battle. I think I won this battle, but not before I fumble and get, you know, let the Stalker die in vain. Well, not really in vain, but still, you know, I could have just, like, moved it out of the way, and I didn't, you know, I make a lot of mistakes when I play this game. So, I guess he takes out my robotics facility. I wasn't really paying attention. So I'm going to have to be warping another one of those ASAP, because that's very important. So right now, let's look at our units. So he has 18... So I'm in the lead right now, I would say. I'm in the lead. Let's look at our army. So he has a bigger army, but you know, of course, defenders. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Maybe I should pay attention. So I'm in trouble again. So it's kind of a back and forth thing going on here. And Zerg has a lot of money. I just realized. I guess he's. I mean, if he utilized that money correctly, he would have killed me in no time flat. Right now, I'm losing a lot of probes because of these Zerglings. Yeah, I mean, there's no way around it. I can't, you know, engage these Zerglings with just, you know, these clunky, you know, big fat units that Protoss have. You know, I'm gonna need to get out some zealots or, you know, sacrifice some probes, and that's exactly what I did. And let's look at our units killed. Workers killed 12-0. So as you can see, I am not doing so well. So right now he has a lot of Zerglings, you know, keeping the pressure on. At this point, I realized that you know, I'm gonna return a favor. I'm gonna start returning some favors. So I don't know why he started to retreat right here, but Stalkers are really fast, by the way. Guys, I haven't casted in such a long time. I took a big break, so I don't know what I'm doing again. You know, it's like one of those things where you kind of get a skill for it, you kind of get a taste for it, and then you stop doing it because you're a moron. And then, so yeah, Stalkers are fast. So I'm gonna be marching in here, and that's a lot. That's a lot of Zerglings. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be doing so well here. Oh god. At least they're slowlings, you know, at least. And they're going to be getting us around on my Stalker and killing it right away. Let's look at our upgrades. So I only have Warp Gate. So basically, you know, +1 attack is really, really good for Protoss in early game versus Zerg, because of the fact that Zealots eat Lings for breakfast if they have the +1 attack, because 2 hits to kill 1 Zergling as opposed to 3, and that's a world difference when you're going up against, like, you know, like 50 Lings or whatever. So, you know, thankfully I was able to proxy a pylon. Otherwise, you know, this really long map, I'm not going to be able to make any headway without that proxy pylon able to reinforce my army. So right now, again, you know, he has his fastlings out, but, you know, I'm perpetually able to call in reinforcements, which proves to be too much for him, because he loses his queen, and therefore loses his macro capabilities. Now, I have a buttload of, you know, warp gates able to reinforce my army. You know, right at this point in the game, 4 gates is just enough, you know, for 1 base play. So I'm going to be able to do a lot of damage here, and he has no way to. He's pretty much screwed at this point. You know, whoa, that's really that's cool. I never noticed that. So anyway. yeah, I'm gonna be able to reinforce my army. And he's like, hey man, just gotta say, really well defended. And yeah, he loses at this point. So I don't know how I did it, but I did it, and it was awesome. So that was a cool, that was a good game. You know, a lot of back and forth, and I haven't had, you know, most of my games pretty much devolved right now into just whoever can, you know, get to tier 3 units the fastest. You know, sometimes that's cool, and sometimes you need a little of these low tier, you know, back and forth games as well. So hopefully, I hope I wasn't that terrible. You know, I haven't casted in a while. And I hope you guys enjoyed that game, and I'll see you guys later.